I think that's something that definitely looks different to each person. Like a lot of my friends will go in with like a full plan of what they want to do. A lot of people won't. So it just depends. For me personally, um, I usually try to grasp like an idea or concept that I want to like display, but I don't actually plan any of the details really. Like I don't really sketch anything out completely or anything like that. I just kind of let it happen and see where it goes once I've started actually making um, my art pieces. So especially with my ceramics, I grasp either like a concept or a technique that I want to use, and then I just kind of go from there and really see where it takes me once I'm like in it. And so it usually ends up, I really honestly don't really know what something's gonna look like when I start. Um, but I just do it because I feel like I really enjoy the process of getting there and discovering what it's gonna end up looking like. I'm from Puerto Rico, and a lot of my, like at least two or three of my works in this show, for example, have to do with when Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico. I think that was a really big impact on my life because all my family is there except my mom and my dad, which are here, but the rest of my family is there, and I grew up there, so that was really just home. It was just a lot of hard things to process at once, and creating art about it was a way for me to relieve that kind of distress that I was in, that fear, that mourning of all of this damage that had been done to my island and to my family and to my home. When I first started school, I was going to school for elementary education, and in college, after like discovering that I didn't want to do elementary education, I kind of set off to find what else might suit me. And so um, someone I know suggested that I take an art class. I had to take one anyways as like an elective, so I took like a drawing class. And in the meantime, I also started taking psychology classes, which I really liked as well. And I guess just as that progressed, I started noticing that those two things were kind of where I felt like I fit the most and that I liked doing the most. And that's when I discovered that art therapy was an actual major and a profession. Surprisingly enough, there are a good amount of jobs that include arts. Like a lot of schools are looking for art teachers. There's a lot of companies that want like people who can do graphic design for their marketing and just a lot of stuff like that. I think the program has prepared me pretty well. Part of our curriculum is we need to do a practicum as seniors, so I did mine at the Glacier Children's Museum. That definitely helps prepare us.